guys, welcome back for another video. What we're going to do today is we're going to be looking at all of our Major League Baseball games we have coming up for Thursday, June 19th. We actually have 16 games in total today. We're going to do our predictions. We're going to break all these games down, look at the rosters, look at the pitching, look at the hitting, and try to predict the outcome for every single one of our games today. Who's going to win, who's going to lose, what the final scores might be, and we'll also be taking an in-depth look at our best bets, the money lines, the spreads, the over-unders. If you're a sports fan, if you're a baseball fan, this is the place. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel today. If you have any comments, do you agree, disagree, drop your comments down below. I will make sure that I respond to every single comment. If you want to join one of our member teams, just look at the pinned comment down below. Click on that link. You can sign up there, and I would definitely appreciate that. I did mention there's 16 games in total today. We do have teams resting right now. 2 teams with the day off. We actually have 2 sets of doubleheaders, so there's a lot of games. If you're a baseball fan, guys, we go over every game every single day this entire season, and we also do the same thing for the football games once the football season starts. NFL, college football, we do our predictions and best bets for those seasons. So if you're a sports fan, football fan, baseball fan, make sure that you like and subscribe. But let's not waste any more time. We have 16 games to go over, so let's get started. Our very first game is actually going to be a pretty early one at 12:40 p.m. We have the 36-36 Minnesota Twins back to 500. This team started out the season kind of slow. Then they got really hot the month of May. Now they're starting to downtrend, but still overall really good team. Second place in the AL Central. They'll be facing off first the 38-35 Cincinnati Reds. The Reds, their offense has been up and down this entire season. They're on the uptrend right now, but one thing they've had going for them consistently since opening day has been a solid overall starting rotation. Right now, Cincinnati 62.8% chance to win this game. Minnesota a 37.2% chance. But the Twins are the favorites here. 1.5 run favorites, 9.5 over under. Minnesota minus 105. Cincinnati is minus 115. This is one of those games here. You see by those Vegas lines, it's going to be a very close matchup. Right now, the Twins are averaging 4.2 runs a game, hitting .242, 74 home runs, 36 steals, giving up 3.86 runs per game. And for Cincinnati, with the offense on the upswing right now, 4.7 runs a game, .248 average, 82 home runs, a lot of power here, 59 steals, very balanced on the offensive side, and that pitching only giving up 3.84 runs per game. Chris Paddock's going to be on the mound for Minnesota, 2-6 record, a 4.3 ERA, 75.1 innings, 53 strikeouts, 23 walks overall. Not a strikeout pitcher, but you can't really complain about the numbers. They're decent so far this season. But Nick Martinez has by far had the better season, a career 4.1 ERA so far this season, 3.92. 4-7 record, 80.1 innings, 58 strikeouts, but only 18 walks in 80 innings. I'm going to go with the Reds pulling off the upset, going with the plus 1.5, and I'm just barely going to go with the under this matchup. In our second game on the MLB network at 1:05 p.m., we have the 36-37 Los Angeles Angels. You have to take this team serious. They do hit a lot of home runs. Top 5 overall in baseball in total home runs versus the 42-31 New York Yankees. The Yankees are on a bit of a slide here. What are they on, a 5 or 6 game losing streak right now? I did pick them to get upset the last 2 games. They did indeed lose that. They have to win this game. They need some momentum going forward. They got to get that offense back on track. That's the main thing. Right now, the Yankees, first place in the AL East, still 71.3% chance to win this game. The Angels, a 28.7% chance to win. New York, 1.5 run favorites, 9.5 over under. The Angels are plus 210. The Yankees are minus 255. They are heavy favorites here. You got to pull away with the win. Right now, the Angels, respectable offense, 4.2 runs a game, 226 average, 100 home runs. That's top 5. 33 steals, giving up 4.82 runs per game. They give up a lot of runs. This is the Yankees' chance to kind of light that spark under their offense. Right now, they do have a top 10 overall offense, 5.3 runs per game, 256 average, 109 home runs. That is number 2 in baseball, just barely behind the LA Dodgers. 52 steals, giving up 3.61 runs per game, which isn't bad considering the fact that they don't even have their ace Garrett Cole, and still they have a very deep starting rotation. Looking at that pitching, you have Tyler Anderson on the mound for the Angels, 2-4 record, a 4.44 ERA, 75 innings, 61 strikeouts, 29 walks, practically a walk every other inning. You don't want to walk guys here when you have this dangerous Yankees lineup. Judge right now, 26 home runs, 366 average, 60 RBIs. Carlos Rodon on the mound for the Yankees, veteran, experienced pitcher. The guy you want on the mound when you need to stop the bleeding. Career 3.5 ERA so far this season. Yes, he got rocked his last start, but he's put up really good numbers this season. 8-5 record, a 3.01 ERA, 89.2 innings, 107 strikeouts. Yes, he has 32 walks, but overall, he's not letting guys score. Give me Rodon. Give me the Yankees to finally get back in the win column. I have them covering the spread, and I'm going to go with the over this game. And at 1:05 p.m., we have the 17-57 Colorado Rockies. Don't look twice, but they've actually been having a really good last 2 weeks playing baseball. Yes, they're still on pace to lose like 130 to 135 games, but they're actually starting to play some competitive baseball. Props to them. Props to the fan base for actually having a product to watch. Right now, they'll be facing off versus the 30-44 Washington Nationals. Not playing their best baseball the last 3 weeks, but this is usually a very scrappy, very competitive team. Right now, Washington has 65.8% chance to win this game. Colorado, a 34.2% chance to win. The Nationals are 1.5 run favorites. A 9.5 over under. Washington is minus 160. Colorado is plus 135. Colorado starting to show some life on offense. They still can't pitch to save their life, but they're actually starting to score some runs. 3.4 runs a game. That's still bottom 7 in baseball. 224 average. 61 home runs. 32 steals. Giving up 5.62 runs per game. That is second from last in all of the major leagues right now. Washington, 4.2 runs a game, 239 average, 66 home runs, 58 steals. The problem is not their offense. The problem is their pitching, giving up 4.9 runs per game. That is awful, but it's still a lot better than the Colorado Rockies right now. Right now, Chase Dollander is going to be on the mound for the Rockies. 2-7 record, a 6.57 ERA, 50.2 innings, 46 strikeouts, 25 walks in 50 innings, putting too many guys on base here, flirting with disaster here. Trevor Williams not having his best season either. Overall, he's much better than the way that he's been pitching this season, but he is a veteran. Look for his ERA to slowly start ticking down. 3-8 record, awful numbers, 5.71 ERA, but it's still a full run better than Dollander. 69.1 innings, 52 strikeouts, a lot of hits, 82 hits in 69 innings. He's also putting a lot of guys on base, but only giving up 8 home runs so far through 14 games. Give me the Nationals to pull off the win here. They got to take this series. They win this one, they cover the spread, and I'll go with the over here. A lot of runs. And our next match is going to be game 1 of a doubleheader at 1:10 p.m. The 29-45 Pittsburgh Pirates. The season got away from them really quick, but they need to try to create some momentum so that they have some building blocks going forward in the next season. They'll be facing off versus the 47-25 Detroit Tigers. Not a team you want to play right now. One of the hottest teams, one of the best teams, one of the most rounded teams in all of Major League Baseball. Right now, the Tigers, first place in the AL Central. Pittsburgh, 5th place in the NL Central. Detroit, 62% chance to win this game. Pittsburgh, a 38% chance. But do not forget, this is a doubleheader. Crazy things happen in doubleheaders. Usually whatever happens game 1, the complete opposite happens game 2. If you score 10 runs game 1, you're going to score 2 runs game 2. For some reason, that's just the way it always seems to work out. Right now, the Tigers, heavy favorites here. 2.5 run favorites. 6.5 over under. So Vegas has this being a low scoring beatdown. Right now, you have the Tigers. They are minus 325. Pittsburgh is plus 260 with that 6.5 over under, 2.5 run favorites. The Pirates, the dead last worst offense in baseball, 3.2 runs a game. 225 average, 50 home runs. That's the second least amount of home runs in baseball. 68 steals, giving up 3.69 runs per game. It's a shame because they actually have really good pitching this season. It's just the offense. Give these guys some run support. Right now, the Tigers, they can beat you multiple ways. 4.8 runs a game, 251 average, 85 home runs, a lot of power. They don't have speed, 27 steals, but they can slug you out of this game. And they're only giving up 3.35 runs per game. That's a top 5 overall pitching team. You have Andrew Heaney on the mound for the Pirates. This guy single-handedly alone give the Pirates a real shot to pull off the upset. 3-5 record, a 3.33 ERA. Just give him 4 runs and he can give you a win. 78.1 innings, 59 strikeouts, but he's going up against one of the best in baseball. Skubal on the mound for the Tigers. He's top 3 right now in Cy Young voting for the American League. 7-2 record, a 1.99 ERA, 90.1 innings, 111 strikeouts. He's on pace for about 270 strikeouts this season. Only 9 walks in 14 games. That's crazy numbers. Only 6 home runs in 14 games. That is as elite of control as it gets in Major League Baseball this season. Give me the Tigers to win this one, to cover game 1 spread, and go with the over game 1. And then our second set of doubleheaders, game 1 here at 2:10 p.m. The 38-35 St. Louis Cardinals. This is a team, the month of April, month of May, hot team. Once we got into June, they started kind of cooling off, but this is their chance versus the White Sox to get back in the win column. They'll be playing the 23-50 Chicago White Sox. Yes, they have an awful record, second worst record in baseball. Yes, they lost 121 games last season, but do not underestimate them. Whenever there's a massive upset, it is usually the White Sox who have done it. Right now, Chicago, a 38.4% chance to win this game. St. Louis, a 61.6% chance. The Cardinals are 1.5 run favorites. 8.5 over under. St. Louis is minus 145. Chicago is plus 120. But for some reason, whenever you have the White Sox here with decent pitching, there's always an upset alert. St. Louis, they're averaging 4.6 runs a game. Pretty good offense. 255 average, 66 home runs, 39 steals, giving up 3.99 runs per game. They can hit, they can pitch. Chicago, one of the worst offenses in baseball. 3.4 runs a game, 222 average, 55 home runs, 51 steals. At least they're balanced on offense, giving up 4.13 runs per game, which actually isn't bad considering the fact that the pitching usually has to carry this team. There's a lot of pressure on them. You have Eric Feedy on the mound for St. Louis, career 4.3 ERA so far this season. One of his better seasons, actually. 3-6 record, a 3.65 ERA, 79 innings, 51 strikeouts. What scares me here, 34 walks. That is a lot of walks in 79 innings. Sean Burke on the mound for the White Sox, kind of sliding his last 2 to 3 starts. 3-7 record, a 4.71 ERA, 70.2 innings, 54 strikeouts. With this game being delayed, crazy things happen. And what happens with the bullpens this game can definitely affect game 2. Give me St. Louis to win this one to cover the spread. And I'm going to go with the over this game. And at 2:20 p.m., we have an NL Central versus NL Central game. We have the 39-35 Milwaukee Brewers, also one of the hottest teams in baseball. They are hitting right now. They are pitching right now, facing the 45-28 Chicago Cubs. Right now, the Brewers second place in the NL Central. Chicago first place in the NL Central. Chicago, one of the best offenses in baseball, and their pitching has been hot for the last 4 weeks. The Cubs right now a 58.8% chance to win this game. The Brewers a 41.2%. But this is one of those games where you can make a very strong case for either one of these teams to walk away with the win. Right now, the Brewers are the favorites here. 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over under. Milwaukee is -105. Chicago is -115. But again, it's kind of a pick'em game. Strong cases can be made for either team to win it because both teams can score some runs. Both teams can pitch. Right now, the Brewers are averaging 4.3 runs a game, hitting .236, 65 home runs, 89 steals. One of the most aggressive team on the base pass, a smaller market team. They know how to generate runs, and they're only giving up 3.78 runs per game. Those are all great stats. Chicago, this team is going to be led by their offense, 5.3 runs a game, 254 average, 97 home runs. That is top 5 in baseball. 90 steals, that's also top 5 in baseball. Extremely aggressive offensive lineup, and they're only giving up 3.57 runs per game. One of the most well-rounded teams in baseball. Right now, the Brewers, they have a rookie on the mound, Jacob Misiorowski. Very small sample size so far this season, but overall, great start to the season. 1-0 record, a 0 ERA, 5 innings, 5 strikeouts, 4 walks, but that's his only start. That's his only innings this season, his only innings in Major League Baseball, going up against Jamison Talon, veteran pitcher, experienced career 3.86 ERA. So far this season, 7-3 record, a 3.48 ERA, 82.2 innings, 65 strikeouts, a lot of home runs, 16 home runs, but don't forget the Brewers are the favorites here. I'm going to go with the veteran. I'm going to go with the Cubs at home, Wrigley Field. The Cubs win it, +1.5, and I'll go with the over. And at 2:35 p.m., we have the 36-38 Kansas City Royals, one of the best teams hitting-wise in baseball, but one of the worst offenses. Right now, they'll be facing off versus the 36-38 Texas Rangers. The Rangers, a 66.2% chance to win this game. The Royals, a 33.8% chance, but the Royals are the Vegas favorites here. 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over-under. Right now, the Royals, they are -120. The Rangers are +135. Interesting numbers here, because I can see the Rangers definitely pulling off the upset. Right now, KC with that offense are averaging 3.3 runs a game, hitting .250, 46 home runs, 56 steals, giving up 3.44 runs per game. All their pitchers need is some run support, and this is a 500 or slightly over 500 team. Texas, they're starting to get their offense on track. They've had cold bats this entire season. Seager's back, 0 excuses. One of the best pitching teams in baseball. They just need that offense to catch up. They're averaging 3.7 runs a game, hitting .229, 76 home runs, 62 steals, giving up 3.11 runs per game. That is a top 3 overall pitching team in baseball. This team should be well over 500. On the mound, Michael Wacha for the Royals. We know this guy can pitch. He's been in that Midwest area his entire career. 3-6 record, 3.38 ERA, 80 innings, 60 strikeouts, only 9 home runs in 14 games. Solid numbers. We do not have a starter announced as of right now for the Rangers. Keep your eye on these lines. We're kind of going into this game blind. We don't know all the variables. I hate picking games without knowing who's going to be on the mound for the Rangers. I'm just going to take a little step of faith here. I'm going to go with the Rangers winning it, going with the +1.5, and I'm going to go with the under. And at 3:07 p.m., we have the 36-37 Arizona Diamondbacks. This is a team, they don't pitch very well, but they score a lot of runs. More importantly, they hit a buttload of home runs. A long ball will keep them in any game, facing the 40-33 Toronto Blue Jays. Toronto's offense was awful the month of April. The end of the month of May, they really caught fire. They started hitting their potential. They have a lot of home run power here, and they're starting to club the long ball. Right now, Toronto, 52.7% chance to win this game. Arizona, a 47.3% chance. Practically a 50-50 here with the fans. The Blue Jays are 1.5 run favorites. 8.5 over under. Toronto's minus 150. Arizona's plus 125. Right now, the Diamondbacks offense, it's a good one. Top 10 in baseball. 5.1 runs per game. 253 average. 102 home runs. That's top 4 in baseball. 54 steals. They do give up 4.77 runs per game, but at least they can slug their way out of their pitching. Right now, the Blue Jays with a hot offense, 4.3 runs per game, 254 average, 70 home runs, 38 steals, giving up 4.22 runs per game. Not the best pitching. Right now on the mound, Reed Nelson going for the Diamondbacks, 3-2 record, a 4.14 ERA, 50 innings, 41 strikeouts, only 4 home runs given up in 50 innings. Good control, keeping the ball in the ballpark. That's what you need here versus a hot Toronto lineup. But the Blue Jays, Kevin Gausman on the mound, one of the more consistent pitchers in baseball, very underappreciated pitcher, 5-5 record, a 4.08 ERA, 81.2 innings, 80 strikeouts, only 10 home runs in 14 games. Pretty decent home run control there versus a home run hitting Diamondbacks team. Give me the Blue Jays to win this game to cover the spread, and I'm going to go with the over. And what about this matchup at 4:05 p.m.? The 36-35 Cleveland Guardians visiting the 41-32 San Francisco Giants. We know San Francisco, one of the more rounded teams in baseball. They can hit, they can pitch. The Giants, a 69.1% chance to win this game. Cleveland, a 30.9% chance. The Giants are 1.5 run favorites, 7.5 over under. San Francisco minus 165. Cleveland is plus 140. Right now, the Guardians third place in the competitive AL Central. The Giants second place in the NL West, which is one of the deepest, if not the deepest division in Major League Baseball right now. Cleveland, though, do not sleep on the Guardians. They are more than capable of pulling off the upset. They're averaging 3.9 runs per game, 232 average, 72 home runs, pretty decent power. 56 steals, giving up 3.99 runs per game. The Giants have some really good pitching that they can rely on. Not just the starting rotation, they also have a really good bullpen. They got Devers now. Right now, they're averaging 4.3 runs a game, 233 average, 70 home runs, 42 steals, only giving up 3.27 runs per game. When you have pitching like that, that is definitely going to come in handy down the stretch. Gavin Williams on the mound for the Guardians, having a pretty solid season so far. A 5-3 record, a 3.89 ERA, 69.1 innings, 72 strikeouts, 39 walks in 69 innings. That is awful numbers there, walking-wise. Logan Webb, one of the best young pitchers in baseball, one of the Giants guys, one of their foundational starting rotation guys that they can always rely on to pull them off a tough win. 6-5 record, a 2.58 ERA, 94.1 innings, 105 strikeouts, only 6 home runs in 14 starts. This guy is eating up innings, saving the bullpen. Give me San Francisco to win this game to cover the spread, and I'll go with the over. And an interesting matchup here. Game 2 of Old Doubleheader. Like I said, whatever happens game 1, sometimes the opposite happens game 2. Go into this game with caution. We don't even know what the bullpens are going to look like this matchup. At 5:40 p.m., the 29-45 Pittsburgh Pirates versus the 47-27 Detroit Tigers. Don't forget here, the Tigers have a pretty decent bullpen, so at least they know that they can rely on that bullpen in this game going into game 2. Right now, the Tigers a 62% chance to win this game. The Pirates a 38% chance. Pittsburgh, again, 1.5 run favorites here, 6.5 over under. The Pirates here, a lot of people are picking them to win because of who they're going to have on the mound. Pittsburgh is minus 141. The Tigers are plus 118 right now. The Pirates with the dead last offense in baseball, 3.2 runs a game. We already went over all these team stats. We know that both of these teams can pitch. The difference is the Pirates have issues getting run support for their pitchers. The Tigers do not have that problem. But thankfully for the Pirates, they have one of the best, some people might say the best young pitcher in baseball, Paul Skeens. Just give this guy some run support. He's a potential Cy Young winner this season. 4-6 record with a 1.78 ERA. Top 5 total ERAs in baseball, and he only has 4 wins. Help this guy out. 96 innings, 97 strikeouts, only 5 home runs in 15 games. He is eating up innings. He just needs 2 or 3 runs run support-wise, and he can get you a good win here. We do not have a starter announced as of right now for the Tigers. It's one of those doubleheader games. Crazy things happen. I'm going to go with Detroit. I do not trust Pittsburgh giving him enough run support. Tigers win this one. I'm going with the plus 1.5, and I'm going to go with the under this game. Low-scoring game. And then our next game 2 of the doubleheaders at 5:40 p.m. The 38-35 St. Louis Cardinals versus the 23-50 Chicago White Sox. We already went over the team stats. There's no point to touch on that. St. Louis right now, 61.6% chance to win this game. The White Sox, a 38.4. Right now, the Cardinals, again, 1.5 run favorites, 7.5 over under. St. Louis is 165. Chicago is plus 140. Michael McGreevy on the mound for the Cardinals. Very small sample size so far this season, but putting up solid numbers. 1-1 record, a 3.09 ERA, 11.2 innings, 10 strikeouts, only 1 walk. They have 0 home runs. Mike Vasil on the mound right now for the White Sox. Young pitcher. Very small sample size so far this season, but this guy, again, pitching really good for the White Sox. 3-2 record, a 1.99 ERA, 45.1 innings, 32 strikeouts, only 3 home runs. Everything you first look at these numbers, you're going to go Chicago winning this game. But I'm going to go St. Louis still pulling off the win here, covering the spread, going with the over. I don't trust the White Sox getting in the game 2, but like I've mentioned a couple times, crazy things happen in game 2 of doubleheaders. I do like to personally avoid them. And next is the NL East versus NL East matchup at 6:40 p.m. We have the 43-30 Philadelphia Phillies, second place in the NL East versus the 29-43 Miami Marlins. Right now, the Marlins a 40.4% chance to win this game. The Phillies a 59.6% chance. Philadelphia, 1.5 run favorites, 7.5 over under. The Phillies are minus 185. The Marlins are plus 155. The Marlins don't have a bad offense, but they are one of those teams, they got to concentrate on that starting rotation. They need some help with their bullpen. Philadelphia, one of the deepest teams in baseball. Great offensive lineup, and when fully healthy, in my personal opinion, I do think they have the deepest starting rotation in baseball. But the key is when they are fully healthy. Right now, the Phillies are going to be the favorites, averaging 4.7 runs a game, 257 average, 75 home runs, 63 steals, giving up 3.90 runs per game. The Marlins, 4.1 runs per game, 252 average, 61 home runs, 54 steals, giving up 5.03 runs per game. They got to get that pitching under control. The Phillies are going to test you. One of the best contact teams in baseball, the highest walk percentage team in baseball. They drag your pitchers out. They wear them out. They make them throw a lot of innings. They're going to get into that Miami Marlins bullpen early. Right now for the Marlins, Eduardo Cabrera on the mound. 2-2 record, a 4.1 ERA, 52.2 innings, 58 strikeouts. Not bad numbers. And Christopher Sanchez on the mound for the Phillies. Career 3.57 ERA, great numbers. 5-2 record this season, a 3.05 ERA. 305 pitching in the 305 today. 79.2 innings, 88 strikeouts. Strikeout pitcher, only 7 home runs in 15 games. Give me the Phillies, better starting rotation, better bullpen, better lineup. They win this one, they cover the spread, and I'll go with the over. And this is a really interesting game on MLB Network. The Mets, a 5-game losing streak, on the verge of getting swept again. They got to tighten up. They got to score some runs here. Right now, New York, 45-28, first place in the NL East on MLB Network 715 versus the 33-39 Atlanta Braves. They've won the last 2 games. I did pick them to win, so I was not surprised there. But this one's going to be fun. This is a 50-50 pick-em type game. Right now, the Braves, a 44.6% chance to win this game. But the fans are going 55.4% chance with the Mets. The Braves are 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over under. Atlanta's minus 130. New York is plus 110. The Mets lineup, if they can ever get them all hitting at the same time, 1 through 3. Lindor, Soto, Alonso, that's one of the best in baseball. They just got to also get 4 through 9 hitting. They're averaging 4.6 runs a game, hitting 247, 91 home runs. They do have a lot of pop right now, 59 steals, giving up 2.97 runs per game. Just in case you didn't know, that is number 1 in baseball, number 1 starting rotation, number 1 bullpen. The Braves right now, they have Acuna back, they have Strider back, they have their best players now on the roster. It's time to keep that momentum, fight your way back to 500, 4.1 runs per game, 245 average, 76 home runs, 37 steals, giving up 3.76 runs per game. And looking at the pitching, Clay Holmes, the reliever turned starter. This guy is pitching really good. His first season as a full-time starter, 7-3 record at 2.87 ERA, 78.1 innings, 68 strikeouts, only 9 home runs versus Spencer Strider, obviously one of the best young pitchers in baseball, extreme strikeout pitcher. Rusty arm starting this season, but he's going to get better start by start. 1-5 record of 4.35 ERA, 31 innings, 37 strikeouts, a lot of home runs, 5 home runs. I'm going to go with the Mets pulling off the upset, avoiding the sweep just barely, going at the plus 1.5, and I'm going to go with the over this game. And at 7:35 p.m., we have an AL East versus AL East matchup. 7:35 p.m., the 31-42 Baltimore Orioles. Right now, the offense starting to hit some home runs. They just got to get that pitching under control versus the 41-33 Tampa Bay Rays, one of the hottest teams in baseball. They are at home, Steinbrenner Field, if you want to call that home field technically. Right now, Tampa Bay, 73% chance to win this game. Baltimore, a 27% chance. The Rays are 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over under. Tampa Bay, minus 160. Baltimore's plus 135. You got to respect the Orioles' home run barrage that they're on right now. They're averaging 4 runs a game, 241 average, 81 home runs, 51 steals, but they do give up 4.89 runs per game. You don't want to play Tampa Bay right now. They are really rolling on offense and they're pitching. They're averaging 4.6 runs a game, 248 average, 75 home runs, 97 steals. That is number 1 in baseball, extremely aggressive on the base pass, and they're only giving up 3.45 runs per game. They have power. They have speed. They have pitching. They have hitting. They can beat you multiple ways. Right now for the Orioles, you have Charlie Morton, the veteran on the mound for the Orioles. He's about 75 years old right now. 3-7 record, a 6.05 ERA. Probably the worst start of his career. 61 innings, 67 strikeouts. He's striking guys out, but 32 walks in 61 innings. He doesn't have the control like he used to have. Drew Rasmussen on the mound for the Rays, one of the more underappreciated pitchers in baseball. He puts up great numbers. No one talks about him. A career 2.88 ERA. This season, 6-4 record, 2.55 ERA, 74 innings, 62 strikeouts. Give me Tampa Bay to win this game to cover the spread, and I'll go with the under here. And our second to last game at 10:05 p.m., we're going to have the 42-31 Houston Astros. Did not have a good month of April. They clawed their way all the way back from under 500. They are now 11 games over 500. First place in the AL West. Prop to them. Veteran, experienced team. On the road here versus the 30-45 Athletics. Don't forget, this is also a minor league stadium. Smaller ballpark. There could be a lot of home runs. Right now, the A's a 38.5% chance to win this game. The Astros a 61.5% chance. Houston, 1.5 run favorites, 10.5 over under. Vegas sees a lot of runs being scored. The Astros are minus 135. The Athletics are plus 115. One thing about the A's, they do hit a lot of home runs. Keep that in mind. Houston right now, the veteran team, 4.1 runs per game, 253 average, 69 home runs, 43 steals. This team's had great pitching the last decade. They continue to do so this season. Overall, they're giving up 3.43 runs per game. And for the A's, 4.3 runs per game, 254 average, 90 home runs. They are top 7 in baseball in total homers, 41 steals, but they give up 5.48 runs per game. They give up a lot of runs. On the mound for the A's, Jacob Lopez, 1-4 record of 4.8 ERA, 30 innings, 40 strikeouts, and Colton Gordon on the mound right now for Houston. 2-1 record, 4.7 ERA, 30.2 innings, 30 strikeouts. Both these guys not necessarily having the best seasons right now. That's where Vegas sees a lot of runs being scored. This is one of those games, it's probably going to come down to the bullpens and who can outpitch the other. So give me the Astros to pull off a very close win here, a high-scoring win, going with them covering the spread, and I'm still going to go with the over here, even though that's a massive over-under. And our final game at 10:10 p.m., the 39-33 San Diego Padres, third place in the NLS. Still a team that's built potentially to make a run at the playoffs versus the 45-29 Los Angeles Dodgers, first place in the NLS. Probably have the best top-to-bottom roster in all of baseball. The biggest issue for them is being healthy. 15 pitchers on the DL this season. Right now, LA, 73.1% chance to win this game. San Diego, a 26.9%. The Dodgers are 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over under. LA, they're minus 250. San Diego is plus 205. The Padres, Fernando Tatis finally starting to get that bat back to being hot. He had a great start to the season, fell off the last 4 weeks. Now he's on the uptrend. They're averaging 4.2 runs a game, 249 average, 60 home runs, 53 steals. They can get those numbers up. They're giving up 3.49 runs per game. They have a good starting rotation, good bullpen to back it up. But the Dodgers, a extremely deadly lineup. Shohei right now, 25 home runs. Freddie Freeman hitting 333. As a team, a top 3 overall offense, 5.5 runs per game, 264 average. They lead baseball in home runs just above the Yankees, 112 total home runs, 42 steals, giving up 4.18 runs per game, which actually isn't bad considering the fact that they have 15 pitchers on the DL. Looking at the pitching, Ryan Bergert on the mound right now for the Padres, 1-0 record, a 2.33 ERA, but small sample size, 19.1 innings, 16 strikeouts. Yamamoto on the mound for the Dodgers. When this guy is on, he's one of the best pitchers in baseball. 6-5 record, but a 2.64 ERA going up against a young pitcher here. He has a lot riding on his side. 78.1 innings, 90 strikeouts, only 8 home runs given up. Give me the Dodgers to close it out with a win to cover the spread. And I'm going to go with the under this game. But the Dodgers win it, and they cover the spread. Guys, that's our breakdown. That's our predictions for all of our baseball games we have coming up for Thursday, June 19th. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. If you have any comments, by all means, drop them below. Do you agree, disagree? Let me know down in the comments. I will make sure that I respond to every single one of them. If you want to sign up for one of our member teams, look down there. Click on that link in the pinned comments. You can sign up there. I would appreciate that. And as always, thank you for watching, and good luck on the games.